Have you ever wished you could become unshakable? Someone who isn't affected by criticism, rejection, loss, or betrayal? Have you ever imagined a day when that quiet pain finally disappears, the ache that gnaws at you from the inside, even while you smile and act like everything is fine on the outside? Maybe you're exhausted from trying to please everyone, from holding up an image that demands constant strength, when all you ever wanted was permission to rest for a moment, to stop carrying the weight of being untouchable. But here's something few people dare to say. As long as you run from pain, it will continue to rule you. As long as you numb yourself to feel safe, as long as you hide, you remain a prisoner to everything around you, to the words that wound you, the actions that disappoint you, the silences that slowly suffocate you. This isn't weakness. It's human reality. The only difference is that some people are better at pretending. Carl Jung, one of the most influential minds in depth psychology, said that we are not defined by what happens to us, but by what we choose to become. And that's where the real key lies. It's not about shielding yourself from life. It's not about becoming cold, detached, or emotionally invulnerable. It's about integration. It's about bringing into the light what has been left to rot in the dark. Because real strength is not the absence of pain, it is awareness of who you are, even while you are bleeding. If you've made it this far, it isn't an accident. This video is for you, the one who is tired of being hurt by everything and everyone, for you who feel emotionally exposed, as if others hold power over you that you don't understand. I want to show you that it doesn't have to stay this way, but to do that, you'll have to face truths that may sting. And for the first time, that pain might actually set you free. Let's begin. You believe the source of your pain is out there, in people's actions, careless words, abandonment, betrayals you never saw coming. But here's the harsh truth. None of these things truly hurt you unless there is already an open wound within you. What hurts you is not what others do, it's what those experiences awaken inside you, the story you tell yourself, the unresolved trauma, the emptiness you disguise as strength, pride, or the desperate need to appear put together. Jung showed us that the pain we experience in the outer world mirrors what has not yet been integrated within. That's why some people survive devastating events with clarity, while others collapse over a single comment. It's never about what happens, it's about where it lands. And here's the uncomfortable part. You suffer so deeply because, on some level, you still believe you can control how the world treats you. You try to be good enough, smart enough, strong enough, hoping that this will protect you from being hurt. But control is an illusion, and clinging to it keeps you in constant tension, anticipating the unpredictable, trying to avoid the unavoidable. If you truly want to suffer less, stop trying to protect yourself from suffering. What you need isn't more control, it's deeper awareness. As long as you believe others must change for you to feel at peace, you remain enslaved by their behavior. Freedom begins the moment you realize that nothing outside has power unless it finds resonance inside you. And this is where the real battlefield exists, the unconscious. What you don't see, don't understand, and don't face ends up controlling you. This is what we're about to explore. Prepare to go deeper, because transformation doesn't happen on the surface. If this is resonating with you, subscribe to the channel. Your support matters. The greatest lie you've been told is that you're fully in control of your life. Wake up, you're not. Not while you live on autopilot. Not while you react without knowing why, feel without understanding the source, and make decisions you later undermine. Jung said it clearly, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate, and that is exactly what's happening now. The pain, the sudden anger, the unexplained sadness, none of it is random. These are signals from parts of you that have been ignored, buried, or rejected. Jung called this realm the unconscious, and it isn't a vague mist of thoughts. It's an active force, a system of memories, desires, fears, and trauma that quietly dictates how you feel and act. You wonder why certain words devastate you while others seem unaffected. It's because those words touch something still alive within you, and it's alive because you never faced it, you only shoved it deeper. Jung said we cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation doesn't free you, it traps you. And yet, how often have you judged yourself, silenced yourself, tried to suppress what you felt? The unconscious doesn't vanish when ignored. It finds darker ways to surface, through repeated toxic relationships, self-sabotage, anxiety that appears when life seems calm. This isn't bad luck. It's your unconscious trying to wake you up while you insist on staying asleep. If you want to stop being hurt, stop running from what lives inside you. Because until you know you're unconscious, it will pull your strings. Becoming untouchable isn't about resistance, it's about understanding, and that's what we explore next, what it truly means to be unshaken and why real strength comes from acceptance, not armor. Most people believe the only way to avoid pain is to shut down. They build walls, wear masks, harden themselves. I don't care anymore, they say, but inside they keep bleeding, because the issue was never feeling, it was not understanding what they felt or why. That ignorance is the real vulnerability. Jung said, know all the theories, master all the techniques, but when touching a human soul, be just another human soul. The soul you hide behind that invulnerable persona is begging to be seen. Emotional strength has nothing to do with coldness. It has everything to do with integration, with bringing into awareness what you've buried. You don't become untouchable by separating yourself from life. You become untouchable when nothing inside you is left unacknowledged. When you integrate your shadows, your fears, flaws, insecurities, you stop reacting and start choosing. Jung called this individuation, becoming who you truly are, not who you were taught to be. Individuation isn't perfection, it's wholeness. The more you run from pain, the more it hunts you. But when you face your wounds, when you accept yourself fully, nothing outside can dismantle you. This path demands courage, the courage to feel, because pain hides the doorway to transformation. From childhood, you were taught to fear pain, to see suffering as weakness, so you learned to avoid it. But avoided pain doesn't disappear, it mutates into anxiety, anger, numbness. Jung believed pain was the language of the soul, a message from the self asking for attention. Depression, he said, is like a lady in black, invite her in and listen. Your suffering hurts because you are still divided against yourself. One part longs for growth, another clings to safety. That inner conflict creates pain. Growth hurts. Letting go hurts. But in that destruction, something new is born. Suffering becomes sacred because it strips away the mask and reveals truth. Individuation is lonely, not because you're abandoned, but because few are willing to go this deep. Yet this depth gives clarity, and clarity is the only real shield. Nothing will protect you from life if you remain unconscious. Awakening isn't sudden, it's chosen daily. Jung said what you resist persists, what you accept transforms. True emotional immunity isn't hardness, it's awareness. When you understand your patterns, the world loses its grip on you. Those who live on the surface are broken by waves. Those who dive find stillness below. If this touched something in you, write "I choose awareness" in the comments and continue this journey. Real change begins when you refuse to stop halfway. See you in the next part.